Imagine you're living on the moon. Earth hangs beautifully in the sky, the stars are still, and suddenly the ground beneath you begins to shake. Not for a few seconds, but for over 10 minutes. This isn't science fiction. This is a real phenomenon called a moonquake. Welcome to Hello-Space, where we explore the wildest, weirdest, and most mind-blowing facts about the universe. Today, we're taking you deep into one of the moon's biggest secrets. It shakes, it rumbles, and it might be more dangerous than you think. So what exactly is a moonquake? Unlike Earth, the moon doesn't have tectonic plates, but it still experiences seismic activity, shaking events we call moonquakes. Scientists have identified 4 main types. 1. Deep moonquakes, originating hundreds of miles beneath the surface. 2. Shallow moonquakes closer to the crust, and the most dangerous. 3. Thermal moonquakes, caused by extreme temperature changes between lunar day and night. 4. Impact-related tremors, triggered by meteoroids crashing into the moon. Some of these quakes are gentle, others they can rattle the moon like a bell for minutes at a time. We first discovered moonquakes thanks to NASA's Apollo missions. During the Apollo 12, 14, 15, and 16 landings, astronauts placed seismometers on the moon's surface. Between 1969 and 1977, those devices recorded thousands of quakes. One shallow moonquake in particular reached a magnitude of 5.5, roughly equivalent to a moderate earthquake on Earth. But here's the wild part. Instead of lasting seconds, like most earthquakes, it kept going for over 10 minutes. The moon may look calm, but beneath the surface, it's surprisingly active. Why do moonquakes last so long? The moon's crust is brittle, dry, and cracked. There's no water, no atmosphere, and no tectonic movement to absorb or disperse seismic energy. So when the moon shakes, those vibrations just bounce around inside like sound in an empty room. That's why even a relatively small quake can feel intense and last much longer than expected. It's like the moon just keeps ringing. NASA's Artemis program is preparing to send astronauts back to the moon and eventually build a permanent lunar base. But that raises a big question. Can we build structures that can survive a moonquake? Right now, engineers are designing lunar habitats with shock-absorbing supports, flexible materials, and even underground shelters to help withstand future tremors. Moonquakes aren't frequent, but when they hit hard, and they last long enough to cause serious damage. So the next time you glance up at the moon, remember, it's not just a quiet rock in the sky. It's active, it shakes, it quakes, and someday, it could be shaking right beneath humanity's next home. Like this video if you learned something new, and subscribe to Hello Space for more weekly space stories. We need your support. And don't forget to hit the bell icon because in space, even silence makes noise.